So a while ago, I did some videos with my friends on this channel in a podcast type format. Some of you really dug that content, but the thing is, that type of content was more debate oriented and didn't resemble my typical videos on this channel. So because of that, we decided to start a brand new channel for these types of debates and discussions. I'll also be having guests on that channel, and I'm really excited about some of the guests that we've already got lined up. The new channel is called Jonny Talks, and a link to it is in the pinned comment, so give it a sub if this type of content interests you. And as a way to give you a taste of what to expect, here's a debate with my fellow co-host and lovable psychopath, Dario Albuquerque, who genuinely believes that Michael Jordan is overrated.
Around the world are holding him to a standard that he didn't even get held to himself. When someone misses a game winner, when someone loses in the NBA Finals, they say Michael Jordan would have never done that, and it's just truly not a standard that he did for himself. When Michael Jordan faced the Boston Celtics in the 1987 first round of the playoffs, everyone said there's no way he could have beat the Celtics team, and he dropped 63 on them, and then that's part of his legend. But you got a guy, LeBron James, who goes to the NBA Finals, faces arguably the greatest team to ever be built, the 2018 Warriors, with Kevin Durant going for their second championship. He gets swept in the NBA Finals, drops a almost 50-point triple-double, and that's looked at as a blemish on his career. When people talk about LeBron James, the first thing they say is he lost 6 NBA Finals. And just because Michael Jordan went 6-0, they hold him to this ridiculous standard.
Yeah. First off, I feel like more than anything is you're making the claim that everybody needs to be a little bit more objective when it comes to their favorite player, because I don't see it one way or the other. I am very impressed by the fact that LeBron, at 22 years old, took the 2007 Cleveland Cavaliers, defeated the Detroit Pistons, who had been to the Eastern Conference Finals 5 straight seasons. He scored the final 25 points for that team, had 48 points in the game. He did that at age 22. And Steve Kerr, who had been teammates with Michael Jordan, who was calling the game, said it was Jordan-esque. And then he obviously went on to get swept by a superior San Antonio Spurs team in the 2007 NBA Finals. I am impressed with the fact that he was able to get to the finals there. I am impressed with the fact that Michael Jordan scored 63 points against the Boston Celtics in 1986, who were the number 1 ranked defense that season. And still to this day, that's the most points ever scored in an NBA playoff game. I also find that impressive. I do find it impressive that LeBron James took the 2018 Cavs to the NBA Finals, almost put up a 50-point triple-double, and still lost to the Golden State Warriors. I understand that one specifically is not a blemish. But there are certain L's in that finals record that are definitely blemishes. Okay, one of those, for example, is the Dallas Mavericks series in 2011, where they were heavily favored. And if LeBron doesn't come up small, missing shots he shouldn't miss, having an 8-point game in the NBA Finals, getting outplayed by Jason Terry, they probably win the championship that season. Michael Jordan doesn't have an NBA Finals like that on his resume. You can find games, you can find different maybe instances in a playoff series. He doesn't have an instance in the NBA Finals where he came up nearly that small. People want to argue, but I mean, you're grasping at straws if you're going for the 96 NBA Finals. Because, yeah, they won. He averaged about 27 points per game, shooting about 41% against, an incredible Seattle Supersonics defense. So, yeah, he wasn't up to his usual standard. But to me, you're just saying like Michael Jordan fans are inflating Michael Jordan too much. And that's what they're going to do. They're fans, But an objective person can recognize. Go ahead.
I got a question. I got a question that I just thought of in this moment. And I'll ask Jonny directly. So we're talking about LeBron's finals losses. Are you someone who is under the impression that if you put Michael Jordan in all of the LeBron losses, I know we just talked about the Mavericks, but I'm talking about all of them. The Spurs, first one, the other ones to the Spurs, the Warriors. If you put him in all those loss situations, do you think Jordan comes out on top?
Absolutely not. I think he comes out on top more often than LeBron did,
Sure.
If you're asking me, does he win the NBA championship in the 2011 NBA Finals with Dwayne Wade, who was really the best player that series? They gave the MVP to Dirk Nowitzki, but go look at the numbers. Dwayne Wade was the best player that series, and he would have been on MJ's team. And then he also has Chris Bosh, who Michael Jordan is not just going to turn Chris Bosh into a spot-up shooter on the corner. He's going to play within his game too. MJ wins that one, but no, the 2017 Warriors, hell no. I don't think MJ's winning that just off of MJ being MJ, because MJ lost to the Boston Celtics in 1986. That was the modern version of the 86 Celtics, was the 2017 Warriors. So no, I don't hold it. I feel like the only people who do that are like the biggest Jordan worshipers who hold him up to deity status. And I do recognize that those guys exist, but just because those guys exist doesn't mean that I think Jordan should be labeled overrated across the board. And so that's how I see it.
In that same sense, though, maybe Jordan helps win that 2011 finals, but I think Jordan absolutely loses the 2015 NBA finals when they go down 3-1. He would have never, I don't think Jordan would have ever came back down from down 3-1.
You mean 2016?
2016. Sorry, I said 2015.
Yeah.
And the 2015.
Oh, wow.
To be fair, there were a lot
on the 2015 with both of his main stars get injured in game one, and he's
no.
And he wouldn't have
my
even
God,
made
where do I even start?
We've seen Jordan, when he doesn't have support, look like complete dog poop. And when you telling me that LeBron James went, and I'm not even a LeBron fan, but LeBron James went 6 games in that 2015 finals, which he shouldn't have even been in it. He made whatever the hell his name is,
Matthew Dellavedova.
You made him look like he was actually great, and he sucks. Like Jordan would have 100% got swept in that.
Oh, get the frick! Okay. Listen. They gave Andre Iguodala, who shot like 50% from the free throw line, who was like second in attempts on his team. It was crap. They should have never given Andre Iguodala the Finals MVP. That belonged to Steph in 2018. It's 2015. My bad.
I do agree with that.
No. If Russell thinks it's a hot take, that's going to be a topic on itself. He did not deserve MVP, Finals MVP. But they gave him the Finals MVP based on the fact that he did such a good job on LeBron James. Now, LeBron averaged something like 35, 8, and 8. You can correct me with the stats on the screen, whatever. But he put up a pretty monstrous series, except for the fact that he shot like 38% from the field over the course of that finals. Again, when has Michael Jordan ever had a playoff series where, as a perimeter shooting guard, he shot 38% over the course of a series? Like, when does that happen?
When he won against the Seattle Seahawks, was a superior.
41% is what you're thinking of. He's never dropped below 40. 41% in 96.
You're telling me a shooting guard at shooting 41% is great, and he's looked at and he gets a Finals MVP and everything for that. And he had a way more of a supporting cast than LeBron did in that final. And this is not even supposed to be a LeBron versus Jordan debate. It's just it's because LeBron is held to that same Jordan standard that I'm talking about. Which is why I'm trying to say Jordan is overrated. He's Jordan's bar to many people is like an 11. Like it's 11 feet high, and Jordan's really at like 9 feet. He doesn't even reach that bar. He can't even jump that high. Like if you leave it to people, he's dunked on everybody in the world.
I got more questions because I feel like I'm just igniting fires right now, and that makes me feel good. So I have questions for Dario. So if Jordan and LeBron switched, let's do it this way. If they switched, if LeBron plays in the 90s under the power of the television, as opposed to the negativity of the internet, do you think that they are looked at, but like in the opposite way? Like, do you think LeBron is looked at as the godlike force, and Jordan is looked at with too much criticism, etc., because he is too, I think LeBron plays too much hero ball, or that whatever they say today?
And this is not because honestly, I genuinely feel like Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time, but I also think that LeBron James is so close. Like it's not that much different. So I do feel like if you give LeBron James that same team, that the same Bulls put same situation. For one, I think he wins more on those first 7 years. I think they win more. I think they actually pass the first round the first 3 years against the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm sorry that they just get smoked by these trash teams that we can't even. Who's the best player on the Milwaukee Bucks? Johnny, don't answer because you probably know. But
I was gonna say Sidney Moncrief, Terry Cummings. You're talking about all stars. You're talking about arguably the greatest defensive point guard in the history of the game in Sidney Moncrief. I'm sorry, Dario. Just because you're not familiar with that era doesn't make them plumbers. That's not how it works. Man, you young child. Like, that's not how it works.
I think
LeBron James, if you put him on that Chicago Bulls team, I promise you that you're not even going to be talking about Sidney Moncrief. He's going to look at a 6'9" freaking mammoth. He's going to try to guard a 6'9" mammoth. He's going to be confused. He's going to be like, this is Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan together, and they don't even know who Michael Jordan is. He's going to be LeBron would. At least
you still know about Sidney Moncrief.
You want to know how I know LeBron will do that? Because for the first 20 years of LeBron's career, he didn't lose in the first round. Michael Jordan got swept multiple times. We had a whole darkness feature in the Apex podcast. We had the whole darkness for 7 years straight. We were going through his legacy breakdown, and there was just straight darkness. I had to shut off my lights. We were talking about things that people leave in the gutter. People don't even talk about Michael Jordan's 7 years. The only thing they mention is the MVP he won. And how somehow the Detroit Pistons beat him, even though they were beating real good teams. He was just a trash team in the way.
I miss this.
So my goodness, I
missed you, man. I missed you, and so did the internet.
Michael Jordan. So what made Michael Jordan win in your mind, Dario? Was it Scottie Pippen or was it Phil Jackson? What changed? It was Phil Jackson. Okay. And so.
For sure, 100% Phil Jackson. He would say it too.
In 1988, Michael Jordan scored 35 points per game as Defensive Player of the Year. No perimeter player has ever done anything. Questionable. Sure. Go watch those games.
On Johnny's channel, please check it out.
Go watch those games like I did and see how much he was a hound as a shot blocker. He was terrifying on defense. Honestly, I was watching and I was like, this was like watching Ray Lewis in his prime. I know a different sport, but just the way he's lurking and waiting and as the help defender just coming strikes right at the perfect time. That's basketball analysis. That's just they padded his stats a couple times, probably had a couple more steals. That's really going to affect things. When Dennis Rodman won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in 89 and 90, averaging less than 1 steal and 1 block per game. Stop freaking worshiping stats. It's about what you see on the basketball court. Anyways, I don't even know where I got a quick question. So much you're just spewing this just nonsense.
Do you feel like this feels like a Michael Jordan versus LeBron debate, and it's really not. It's just more so. It's just unfortunately LeBron James was held to this weird standard, so he's the one that gets brought up this whole time. 1 second, Russell.
Okay.
Quick question: do you believe that 2012 LeBron James, who came in second place in Defensive Player of the Year by 1 point, and the guy who actually won it was second team all defense, not even first team, because I think the media kind of wants to protect Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan, who has
different groups of voters, but all right.
Yeah, all these fake home stats that we literally proved. You proved. Thank you, Johnny. You went through all the footage and stuff. I appreciate it. It was a great 30-minute long video or something like that. I loved it. It was awesome. I love learning from you, Johnny. And I just have a question. Who do you think is a better defender from those? If you had to compare those 2 seasons, because last time I remembered, LeBron James was able to guard all 5 positions and was straight locking people down, and he won back-to-back championships that year. It was 2013.
Okay. The guarding all 5 positions is nonsense because Hakeem Olajuwon, can he guard point guards? Okay, but Draymond Green can guard all 5 positions. Are we about to say that Draymond Green is a better defensive player than Hakeem Olajuwon because he has more versatility? No, excelling at what you do best is what matters the most, not the guy who has the most coverage in a hypothetical scenario. How many times has LeBron been asked to guard a center in his career? But man, you guys love arguing that versatility and defense and all that because he maybe guarded because of that one play where he was guarding Pau Gasol in the post and did a decent job. That now makes him the greatest defender in NBA history. Get the frick, like, what are you talking about?
I would say that if LeBron James was in that 1991 finals and Magic Johnson tried to post him up the entire game, he probably would have locked him up. Just saying.
That's so disrespectful to Magic. That's just you're still talking about Magic Johnson, bro. That's not even about MJ anymore. That's about Magic, bro.
I'm just saying. I think he would have done a better job defensively against Magic Johnson than MJ did.